Hi there, my name is Jason Perkins. I'm a Georgia workers' compensation attorney, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode in my Georgia workers' compensation video series, where I provide you with helpful information about the rules and benefits of Georgia's workers' compensation law. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about shoulder injuries and settlements of shoulder injury workers' compensation cases. And the first thing that's important to understand before we get into shoulder injuries specifically is what a settlement is. And settlement of a workers' compensation case basically means agreeing to accept some consideration from the insurance company, generally some lump sum amount of money, in exchange for giving up your workers' compensation case. In other words, you agree to accept that money, you sign some paperwork that says you're accepting that money in exchange for giving up your case. And once that paperwork is approved by the State Board of Workers' Compensation, the settlement's finalized and your case is over with. And the insurance company pays you that settlement amount. Now, before you settle your workers' compensation case, you need to seriously think about it because it is done and over with once it's done. And generally, you can't take it back, whatever the reason may be. So you need to be sure that you have a good understanding of what you're doing and make sure that it's the right time to settle your case as well. Now, if you are considering settlement and you're dealing with a shoulder injury, there's some specific things that you need to think about. One is, once your case is settled, are you going to be able to go back to work and do some other sort of work? Shoulder injuries can often cause problems if you're dealing with working overhead, or you're going to use your arm repetitively in some sort of work. So people like who work overhead, like people who are electricians who install lights over their head, or anybody else who does any sort of overhead work, or people who use their arms repetitively, mechanics, or other sort of laborers that have to use their arms a lot in their work or that lift heavy weight can often have difficulty returning to work after a shoulder injury. So if they settle their cases and workers' compensation doesn't have to pay them weekly benefits anymore, even though they may settle for what sounds like a relatively large sum of money, because they're not getting those weekly benefits, they're not able to return to work, that money may not last them very long. And especially if they have to pay for some medical treatment, if they haven't gotten all the medical treatment they need yet, they need some more surgery or other sort of treatment, it may not be the right time to settle their case. And then certainly what will happen to you in the future is something that you need to consider whenever you're thinking about settlement. And with a shoulder injury, again, one of the most important things is, are you going to be able to return to some other sort of work, or you could have to get some sort of retraining or something before you do that? And again, are you done with your medical treatment? Are you at a point where you can reasonably figure out what medical treatment you're likely to need in the future? And also, how good your shoulder is likely to be. If the doctor's recommending surgery, and you're talking about settlement in your case, it may be hard to figure out exactly how good a recovery you're going to have from that surgery. Is your arm going to get as good as it was before you had the injury? Or are you going to continue to have serious problems that make it difficult to return to any sort of work? Now, these are just some of the issues that you should consider if you're thinking about a settlement of your shoulder injury case. I hope you found this video today helpful. If you have, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up or by liking it. If you want to check out other videos from the Georgia Workers' Compensation video series, they're all available on our Perkins Stutter Workers' Compensation channel on YouTube. You can also subscribe there if you'd like to be notified of future videos as I put them out. If you have some specific questions that are particular to your case or just about workers' compensation in general, I'd be happy to discuss those with you. You can set up a free consultation with me, and there's two easy ways you can do that. First is by visiting our website, www.perkinslawtalk.com, and there's a consultation request form there that you can complete and submit. And a member of our workers' compensation team will contact you to schedule a consultation. The second way is by just calling our office directly at the phone number that's on the bottom of the screen, and you can speak with someone there and they'll schedule a consultation for you with me. Thanks for watching today, and I wish you the best of luck as you recover from your injury.